It's our boy, Elon. Some people say he's a visionary. Some people say he's a chaos agent. I tend to see him, he kind of fluctuates between the two, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's the devil. I think it's a crazy thing to say. I think he believes he's doing things in the best interest of America, which is why I think he aligned with Donald Trump. And I think, actually, believe it or not, I think Elon loves America. You may not think that. You may not feel that. But I really do. And people can say what they want about Elon or Trump or whatever, but I don't see them as the devils that they're painted out to be in the media. And I'm a huge Elon Musk fan. We're going to go over a couple little news stories, what's trending now. But I want to get your guys' opinion. What do you guys think of Elon Musk? Do you guys think he is the devil? Do you guys think he's just really bad for America? Bad for you? I don't know. I would tend to think he's good for the EV space, the electric vehicle space. Forget about his politics for a moment. I think politics is not that important at the end of the day. I know people say, ooh, it matters, but really at the end of the day, I think once federal government becomes too powerful, then it matters, and I think that actually is the case to some degree. I do believe the federal government has become a little too big for its britches, and I believe that. And some people can call me crazy or whatever you want to call me. You can call me whatever you want. I really don't give a crap at the end of the day, because most people's opinions to me are null and void, because we've become such a radical society that it doesn't really matter. If I listen to any extreme viewpoints on either side, I think I'm doing a disservice to myself and the world. As you can see, though, fresh haircut, as Chad Kroeger once said from the Nickelbacks, I'll even cut my hair and change my name, 'cause we all just do wanna be big rock stars, live in hilltop houses, driving 15 cars. What up, everybody? It's your boy. You feel my gravity? I'm a big boy, dude. I'm a big man, dude. I'm a big boy. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, though, and join as a member. It really helps out the channel quite a bit. People think I'm the fake Garza. So where is the real Garza? Am I the fake one? Or am I the real one? Which one do you guys think I am? Do you guys think I'm spoofing? Am I spoofing? If I could, then I would. I'll go wherever you will go. Way up high or down low. I'll go wherever you will go. And maybe we'll find out a way to make it back someday. To watch you, to guide you through the darkest of your days. It's a good song, man. Everybody's hating, man. What is up with the hate? By the way, if you guys love Elon or if you hate Elon, just say so. The subject matter today really is Elon Musk a visionary or a chaos agent? I kind of think he's a little bit in between. He definitely spreads a little chaos from time to time, but I think here's the thing. I don't think an idea in itself should spread chaos. I think people spread chaos, people as a group. So when people get together on social media and start agreeing with each other and thinking as a group together, that's when it gets pretty borderline schizophrenic. So I don't know. That's the way I see it, at least. You guys are going to have to give me a few seconds. I got to get one of the featured overlays for this channel. We're going to get the chat going here. Did it work? Let's highlight a chat. OMG. Please, top shelf baby oil. Oh my god. Oh my god. So this man loves the baby oil, clearly. Thank you, Jeffrey. I greatly appreciate your love of the baby oil. We are a Diddy friendly show. We do love the Didster. We like freaky dudes. Alexander says, "What are you doing in your live stream?" I don't know. What do you think I should do? Ghetto, the real goat, says, "Hi, hello, dude. My ankles are well greased today." Sounds very sexy. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. It's really important. Ghetto, the real goat, says, "What? What do you mean?" Alexander, dude, Alexander, what is up with the profile pic, by the way? I thought, I just want to know, because you look like a stud. I'm just saying right now. You look like a baller. You look fancy. You got your suit on. Thank you, Alexander. I appreciate the sub. Jeffrey Miller says, "I enjoy a greasy adventure." Oh my god. So what are we doing? Well, we're talking about Elon. Do you guys think he's a chaos agent? Do you guys think he's good for America? What do you guys think about him? Riz, come on, man. What are you doing? Little brother, got you.
Damn, you're very sexy.
Thank you, Alexander, for the sub, though. I do appreciate it, brother. Let's see. So Riz thinks Alexander is gay. Okay. Riz says it's your brother. Sorry, Alexander Mac. Oh my god, dude, why are you guys trashing on my boy? This dude, Alexander. What the hell, Alexander? I want to apologize. The chat is a little abrasive. The chat is not always very nice to people, to newcomers. I tend to attract haters. So I'm like the Logan Paul of small YouTubers. I tend to attract the haters of the lot. Jeffrey Miller says, "Elon owes me a hot lunch." Okay, and then Ghetto, the real goat, says, "Subscribe." Thank you for the simp scribe, baby. More simps we have, the better. We appreciate all the simp. We call it simp scribing in the game. But yeah, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel in more ways than one. SK says, from India, what up? You mofo alone, by the way. Alexander's from London, dude. Get it, my man. Alexander's a stud. We love you, Alexander. Thank you. Thank you, Malik. I do look fresh. I cut my hair. I did cut my hair. Appreciate the freshness. Alexander looks better than I do, though. This kid, I don't know. You're probably like, 18 or something? This dude's the GOAT. Alexander's the man. Doing well. I would say my favorite actor. I'm a Christian Bale fan. I really love Christian Bale. I love a lot of the roles he's done. So Christian Bale's my homie. I love him. Second favorite actor, though, would be George Clooney because of his promotion of the Floby. I don't own a Floby. I own a knockoff version of the Floby, but it's really sexy, really cool. Ghetto, the real Ghetto says, "Oh." Yeah, I was gonna say Alexander is beautiful. Like, that kid's got a good looking profile picture. Good job, dude. Appreciate you, brother. I don't mean to make this weird, but Alexander is the man. Because if you look at his profile pic, he's the most dapper dude in the world. Looks like he's dressed for a fancy dinner. Absolutely. He's dressed for success. I'm dressed, I don't know. I'm dressed in a blue shirt all the time. I have like 7 pairs of the same blue shirt. Probably because I'm like autistic or something. I don't know. Later, Alexander. Ghetto says favorite game, Final Fantasy VII. See you soon, Mr. Alexander. Have an incredible rest of the day. Thank you. I have the best hair in the game. My hair is better than Tucker Carlson's, even though I love Tucker. I got the best hair in the game. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. I don't have a daughter. And if I did have a daughter, I would tell them to stay away from you, brother. See ya. Oh, what the hell, dude? That's... First off, I will say this. Anybody who's under 18, don't view my show. I'm just going to put that out right now. I don't think it's a good thing for people who are under the age of 18 to view my show. Just saying. Just saying. But thank you, Alexander. I appreciate the subscription. Definitely talk to your parents and make sure that that they would want you to watch this show. Because this show gets really weird and crazy. All right? So, parental advisory. I should probably put like a parental advisory sticker somewhere on the screen. But... Riz, yeah, absolutely. I think Final Fantasy VII is a fantastic game. I do believe it's one of the best games to ever have been created, for sure. Yeah, I love it, man. It's one of the best. You should not be watching my show. That's all I gotta say. Sexy. I think anybody who is under the age of 18, I think you should be 18 or older. That's my recommendation. So... Talk to your parents before watching this show. That's all I gotta say. Or tell your parents to put parental controls on your devices. Why are young people should not watch this show? That's all I gotta say. Show your my hairline. That's my hairline, man. That is my hairline. Oh, is this... It's a fake... I think these are fake profiles. Alex says hi, hello. I think he might be Mormon. Our man might be Mormon. I guess he's the GOAT, dude. Might be the GOAT. He might be the man. David, yes, I am dressed like it. I am blue shirt guy. I model my entire wardrobe after blue shirt guy. Just saying. I wear a very basic t-shirt. I mean, look at this is how I'm dressed right now, you guys. Look. This is my getup right now. I got my man boobs. Look at that. But yeah. Under the legs. Can I do under the legs? Oh my god. All right, here we go. All right, let's see here. But what do you guys think? Do you think that... And I think I need to put a poll out, probably. I think that would probably help a lot. Because, like I said, I'm curious. What do you guys think of Elon? Do you guys think he's bad for America? Do you think he's a chaos agent? Or do you think he's a visionary? Like, legitimately. Because I'm curious. I want to know what people think. And I could put out a poll, by the way. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put out a poll. Okay, so we got a poll going. Elon Musk is a visionary or a chaos agent. So I want to see what the polls suggest. Right, so I'm very curious about this. I always love hearing from you guys on the poll side of things. But yeah, I am dressed like the average NPC. Absolutely. You won't get any argument from me. Your brother's name is Alexander. Dude, I think we're dealing with fake AI accounts, dude. That's what I'm thinking right now. These fake AI bots, bro, they're just getting in the chat, dude. They're going cray-cray. But thank you for joining in, everybody. I don't even want to think about that. That's weird. That's really weird, man. I'm not going to respond to that. I'm not going to respond to that. I'm going to put that message on the screen, but dude. Tip of what, by the way? Do I want to know? Do I want to know what tip you used? Did you use a Q-tip? Did you get a money tip and then use the money? The tip that you got? Holy crap. Disgusting. Anyway, Ghetto, I guess, says back. I am your new viewer and subscriber. Thank you, Alex, 22 years old. At least you're old enough to view the show. I think my personal opinion, I think that you should be able to watch whatever you want to watch. But at the same time, if you're under 18, talk to a parent about this show. Make sure that your parents know that you're watching this show. That's a big deal to me. All right? Because I say crazy stuff on here, all right? I mean, I really talk about investing and I think Bitcoin's stupid, you know? It's really about the gist of it, but I say a lot of gay stuff, all right? Like, not, you know, I act very gay. I act very erotic. Homoerotic, I guess you could say, on this show. But anyway. God damn it. Thank you. Yeah. Juice Gaming says... what is going on? Juice Gaming, dude, can you... Oh, boy. I surprisingly got an okay amount of sleep last night. I felt good. What are you talking about, Riz? I don't know. So here's the thing. Final Fantasy VII Remake it's interesting. It could be a little more turn-based, for sure. Maybe I'm a little bit of an old man, but I think it should be still a little. It should still have the turn-based foundation to it, and I feel it lacks that. Other than that, they kind of really... I think they tweaked the story in a way that didn't need to be tweaked. So, sadly, Final Fantasy VII Remake feels more like fan fiction to me than anything else, unfortunately, even though it's made by Square. So the show's about, do you guys think Elon Musk is a visionary or a chaos agent? I mean, I'm not going to I personally kind of fall in the middle. I think he's a mixture of both. I think he's, if you're going to use D&D terms, I do think he is chaotic good, surprisingly. We got 8 votes, 50% of you say visionary, 50% of you say chaos agent. Very split, by the way. Michael Donaldson is in the house, dude. The GOAT. Thank you for showing up, showing out. Make sure you guys, if you guys want to be a member like Michael Donaldson, you certainly can. He is the greatest member of all time. Thank you, Pero. I appreciate... I don't know what to say about that. Opinion on Diet... I like Diet Coke. Honestly, I'm a big fan of, Diet soda. I do think aspartame's not the best thing for you. But I do think alcohol is worse for you than aspartame. I will say that. Only time will tell. I think alcohol is better for... Sorry, I think alcohol is worse for your mental health. One of the reasons I don't drink alcohol as much anymore. I do like NA beers, though, because it tastes like beer, surprisingly. It has that beer flavor, but it's not really beer. You know, it makes me feel like I'm drinking a beer. It's kind of nice. Well, that's cool, I guess. Let's see. Ghetto, the real go. Oh, yeah. I don't know, probably first 3 sub. Hell yeah. I don't know how to respond to that. If we ever meet, it better be in a public space. Oh my god. Busy right now. Good man. Anyway. Bro is so... I'm not very athletic, I'll admit it. I am actually surprisingly a good basketball player, though. Decent, I should say. I can actually shoot. I got some okay footwork. Dude, random player, what up, brother? My brony brother. What up, dude? People are unliking the video? What? We're getting some interesting chats. I want to just say real quick, like and subscribe to the channel. Tap dollar for a super chat. Read first. I'm not going to respond to that. I'm from the coast of Oregon. Unk? Are you saying that I'm an unk? Yeah. Technocracy. Yeah. See that. For sure. For sure. Her Max says the father of Elon Musk was a member of the sect Technocracy Inc. Oh, interesting. I can't verify that. So that's what the chat is. That's what a person in the chat is saying. So people are saying in the chat, in the poll, we got 11 votes. Elon Musk is a visionary. 45% of you say visionary. 55% of you say chaos agent. Very, very interesting, by the way. Dude, you got to put that thing on a charger, brother. Put that thing on a charger. What do you guys think? Vance in my pants 2028? I'm a big fan of Vance, by the way, JD Vance. I know he gets a lot of hate, but I don't know why he does. I mean, I think he's a pretty interesting dude. I mean, I vote for him. In a heartbeat, man. Riz says, I don't want to charge. Then I guess let the battery go to 0, my man. But don't forget to subscribe, okay? I mean, Brian makes a good point here. You on your PC watching? Okay, cool. Good man. Get on that PC, brother. Trump 2028. Here's the thing, man. Trump's getting too old. I love Trump, and truth be told, I would not mind. If Trump was still a little bit younger than he is now, I would be more than happy for a Trump 2028. I just don't know how feasible it is, man. But I will say this. I am Michael Donaldson, man. I'm down for a Vance 2028, though. I think JD Vance is perfect. I love him. Well, he's not perfect. He's like any human being. He's very flawed, but I think he's very sincere, and I think he's honest. And I'll take JD Vance any day of the week. All right, I'll leave. See you, Guido. Yeah, Riz, we're getting the likes, man. People, you're rizzing up the, you're the Rizzler. Fanboy says, do you know steak? Nope. It's half. Okay. A game for you. Where's the orange man? Well, I'm pretty orange. I look like I got a fake tan. So, wow, 15 votes. 53% of you say Elon's a visionary. 47% of you think he's a chaos agent. Interesting. I like how the poll is going, by the way. It's very interesting to see how the poll kind of rises up and see what happens. Donaldson says Vance is good, just no Democrats. Yeah, I would. Yeah. Avoid. You know how like they said vote blue no matter who? I say avoid blue at all costs. Because it's like the reason I voted for Trump was not because I thought he was the greatest candidate of all time. I do think he's better. Look, I would rather have a guy who has a vision and is not a part of the communist and socialist brigades, because I think communism and socialism are more destructive when implemented than one person could ever be. And when federal government gets too big for its britches, that's my problem. That's my main issue, me personally. And if you look at history, man, the larger the central government becomes, the larger the federal government becomes, the worse things tend to get. So it is something to keep an eye on and something to be serious about. Serious. Hello, JJ says hello, by the way. Crazy, I'm in the... Hey, you know, the beauty... One of the reasons I do the vertical lives is I know that everybody's on their phone, whether they're outside, whether they're at a cafe, whether they're in the bathroom or in the bedroom, but I want to be on your phone. So one of the reasons I do vertical lives is because I do want to bring this show to a wider audience. I believe I can reach everybody. I believe I'm charismatic enough. I'm good enough. Now, am I going to please everybody? No. But I will say that I plan to make a real splash. Okay, that matters. Hello, Shannon Bay. Let's see. Free My Grandma says, why can't we just figure out a way for both political parties to run America? I think both sides have valuable points. We can't let division destroy us. True. I do believe that both sides actually can make good points. Here's the problem, though. The problem that I have with the left, personally, is they want to expand the power of government too far, in my opinion. I don't like expansion of government. In fact, if anything, I try to avoid expansion of government. So Mr. Donaldson, and I quote, Mr. Donaldson says, vote red or we'll all wish we were... Interesting take. Riz says in the Philippines right now, last the rally out here, the police are trying to... Oh, they're doing a rally? What kind of rally are we talking about, Mr. Riz? Well, I don't believe that. Hermax, that's a terrible take, brother. That's a terrible take. Millen, I like Trump. Am I like a diehard MAGA guy? No. Like, I'm not diehard. I do love Trump, though. I think he's a cool dude. Look, do I believe that his power still needs to be in check? I believe anybody in the executive branch needs to have their powers checked. Which is why I'm glad the judicial branch is taking action when appropriate. If they think that what he's doing is unconstitutional, they put an end to it. So I am happy about that part of it. You know, like I said, as much as I love the guy, I just don't think anybody should have too much power. You know what I mean? I got no clue what you're talking about, brother. Is he? Is Vance Mormon? I don't believe that, but you know, maybe I don't know what's true anymore. I just don't know what's true. But that's what you say. I'll take it with a grain of salt. Samo says red Israel first versus blue. Okay. All right. I'm inside my thing. What are you? What? What thing are you inside? By the way, I'm very confused by this. Shannon Bay says, "Is that a bunny? Thank you for the bunny. I appreciate it." Josh Anderson, is Erica Kirk going to be active in politics? I mean, I think she already was. I mean, I think she was, her and Charlie, I believe, were pretty much kind of co-parenting Turning Point from what I could tell. So now that she's become the CEO, I think it was kind of, or something like, I don't know if she became the CEO, I can't remember, but I think she's got a bigger role in Turning Point now, for sure. Riz says jolly. Jolly, jolly, jolly. Vance Kirk 2028, for sure. Oh, okay. If you're talking about Erica Kirk 20, yeah. I don't know, that'd be interesting, for sure. Seems like, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't have a good answer for any of these, for some of these. I mean, look, I think if you're 18 or over, I think you can watch whatever show you want to watch. But I think if you're under 18, you should definitely, and I mean definitely, talk to your parents. Talk to your parent, whatever, guardian. Talk to them. And be like, hey, I want you to check out this show. Let me know if I can watch this. It's good to get the permission, okay? It's just the smartest thing to do. Because, look, I don't want to influence a generation negatively. I really don't. I think if you're 18 or over, hopefully you have some sort of ability to think for yourself. Not everybody does. It's like the brain does mature a little slowly. I think most people's brains start to truly mature by the age of, 25? So, I don't know. That's my take on it, at least. Well, here's the thing. That's my point. Think about it this way. We pay so much in federal tax, right? But what we see here is taxation without representation to the max. I think there's too many federal agencies, and I think a lot of federal agencies need to go away. I'm not a fan of big federal government. I think federal government needs to be smaller. That is the truth. That's my truth, at least. Some people think, this is why I don't align with the Democrats' way of thinking, at least the modern Democrats. They want big federal government. I say no to that. Hell to the no. Or we call curry pot. What's curry pot? What are we talking about here? Shannon Bay says, well, Are you saying that I am? Are you saying that Elon is, or are you saying that I am? The moose. Are you saying I am, or are you saying Elon is? Also, let's see. Free My Grandma says, I support the people over the politicians. They serve us. We gave them too much power. Yeah, well, here's the thing. This is why we don't want too much federal government power. We don't want too many federal agencies. If you want lower taxes, you'll want to get rid of all the unnecessary federal agencies that are put out there. Which ones are unnecessary? Probably most of them, if we're going to be honest. When the nation started, there was 4 federal agencies? Now there's 4,000? Think about that. That's a little crazy, isn't it? 4,000. Why would you need that? I still think that's too many. I really think that's too many. And I think you can consolidate some of those powers. You know what I mean? I just think that here's the thing about government should be seen as a force. A force. Not as a force of good, not as a force of evil, but simply a force that tells you what to do. All right? So when you give government too much power and too much authority over you, you lose freedoms. You really do. And also it kills free markets, I think. What do you think about the new H-1B visa rules? I saw a little bit into it. I don't know what to think about it. I mean, were some of these... Look, I guess the question is, was this needed? Can you enlighten me, Millen? I'm assuming that you're... I don't know if you're for or against the H-1... But what is... I really don't know much about H-1B visa rules, so I can't really give a true opinion on if it's good or bad that they're being restricted. I heard there's some, like, restriction stuff, but you guys will have to enlighten me. I've not done the proper research on the H-1B visas. I don't know much about that. I'm being honest with you guys. I'm an opinion guy. I'm not a reporter. I give my takes on what I see. I can't really give... There are times I can't give a firm take. I don't know if it's the right move. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. What do you guys think? Enlighten me on why it's a good or a bad move. Hermax says, yes, it's terrible. Jesus is the way, the truth, and life. Yeah? I mean, it's not... Jesus isn't, you know... I think everybody should have the right to believe what they want to believe. But let's see. Michael Donaldson says, Trump doesn't have too much power. He's just not afraid to do his job. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, here's the thing. Executive orders can be implemented. Are some of them potentially unconstitutional? Yes, and if they are, then the judicial system, that's where the judicial branch comes in and just, you know, knocks it down and says, no, sorry, can't do that. That's where and that's why we need the Supreme Court. That's why we need these branches. That's why we need these separation of powers to prevent an abuse of power in any of the branches. Like, if there were just 2 branches, I think that's a bad thing. But when there is 3 branches, and the judicial is meant to be politically neutral, by the way. They're meant to look out for the Constitution and for the people, really. The people's rights. So I don't like it when judges are politically aligned. I'm not a fan of that. I believe that their real goal should be towards justice, real justice, and interpreting and representing the Constitution to the best of their ability. Riz says it's raining hard in the Philippines. Heck yeah, man. Garza's my last name. Josh says, I'm a British guy. Our country is finished right now. Terrible leaders. Let's see. What do you think about Tommy Robinson and Nigel? So I remember the Tommy Robinson case, and I thought that whole case was BS. Wasn't he, like, sent to jail for a bit? Just because he, like, said something? Like, I think you should be able to say whatever you want and not to go to jail. Like, if you're not threatening anybody directly and you just have critiques over things, you think something's stupid, for instance, you know, you should not go to jail over that. You should be able to critique any public figure, anybody, really. You should be able to critique anybody freely. Chelsea says, still in Iran. Yeah, absolutely. Why are you telling Josh Anderson to do this? What's up with that? Yeah, I mean, still watch, you know, I think, here's what I recommend. Riz, if you're under 18, just talk to your parents. Make sure that this is a show that they want you to watch. Also, if you're under 18, man, you should have some sort of restrictions on your devices. I really do believe that, because I just don't feel like... I think once you're 18, I think your brain's developed at least enough for you to form some sort of cognitive thoughts. But, you know. What about other parties? Can we move along from the political Crips and Blood? I don't know. It's a good question. Great Ride says, God is good. For sure. Shannon, you're perfect. You're 19 years old. That's perfect. Are you calling yourself Shannon Bay? Like, yo, Bay, what up? Oh, God. I think I'm too old to use the term Bay, to be honest. I feel like it's a young person's term. Josh Anderson says, Shannon Bay. Oh, my God. Riz says gifts to little cousin. Oh, what? Okay. Oh yeah, Beefy Hayes says like big government like removing comedians that say mean things about. Yeah, I think people should be able to say whatever they want in the long run. I really do believe that, even if it's not nice. I believe people who believe in the term hate speech, actually, they just hate speech in general. People who say hate speech just hate speech. That's my philosophy. They just hate the concept of free speech. Dude, you gotta charge your phone, brother. My brony brother, dude, you gotta charge your phone. If you want to be a real brony brother, you gotta charge the phone. Beefy Hayes says, everything can be called unnecessary if you don't know anything. Huh. Look, here's the thing. I think most federal agencies shouldn't exist. Period. I think 4,000 is too much. 4,000 federal agencies, it sounds like a money laundering scheme, right? Why would you need 4,000 different federal agencies? There's got to be some cutback. There's got to be unnecessary ones out there. It just blows my mind. And I think a lot of stuff should be in the hands of the state, not on the central federal government level. I don't think the people in D.C. know what's best for my life. I really don't. I believe that the government of the state of Oregon knows I wouldn't say knows what's best for me, but should be able to implement its own laws. States' rights versus federal rights, right? And I believe there's too many federal laws. Too many laws on the federal level creates more problems than people can ever realize. Government is a force, but I don't really think it should be seen as a force for good the more I think about it. Riz is saying, I'm starting to like live streams who talk to their chat because, yeah, I love talking to the chat. It is actually very fun. I'm trying to talk to more of you guys, but I'm struggling a little bit. Why do autocorrect normalize? Americans are eating each other without even knowing it. What? Goddamn, okay. What's my job? I mean, essentially doing food delivery and doing YouTube has become my job, surprisingly. Do we need to spend $3 trillion? I don't know. That's a good question, though. Very good question. 2030 is the year of the beast. Interesting. Okay. Give me 1 second, folks. Trying to fix a couple things. How do we fix our country now? Everybody has their own, let's see. Everybody has their own personal opinions. I truly believe this country needs God more than... I mean, it depends. There's ranking in this lives and nice. Okay. Heard no God. I don't know anything. Okay. I don't know what you're saying. Saying one her. I don't know anything. All right. 11 trillion if you count all the treasury debt issued this year. Damn, dude, honestly, like, the debt levels for this country are out of hand. And this is one of the reasons why I don't hold the dollar, by the way. I'm afraid of holding the dollar. I only hold stocks. I don't even like to hold bonds at this point. I do hold bonds, but not many. Mainly through bond ETFs. I do hold a lot of international stocks as well, just to be on the safe side through international stock ETFs. But I also like to hold like gold ETFs. I think those are good. But here's the thing. I want to own assets over I think cash is a liability in a lot of ways if you hold on to it long enough. I think cash when I hear the term in cash is king, I heard this. I love you, Eric. Eric is one of the security guards at a couple places that he's one of the coolest dudes ever, but him and I had one firm disagreement, like big time. He said that cash is king. And I told him, I was like, I don't believe that for a second, brother. I believe assets are everything. I think assets are key. Real estate, stocks, commodities, those are the big deal. I think if you hold on to money, which is something that the government prints all the time, I think you're screwed. Cash is not king. Assets are king, and I think you should save your assets, not your money, not financial advice, but I think people should save their assets, not their money. Straight up. That's just my belief. I queef for my belief. Trying to adjust the camera a little bit. It's 10:42 where I'm at right now. Let's hate the modern SC. What are you talking about, SC? $37 trillion. Oh man, that's $37 trillion in debt. So crazy. Riz says I love British people. Thank you. Thanks, Riz. Here's the thing, man. I do think the tariffs will ultimately be a net positive if the money from the tariffs are used to pay off the debt, or at least try to reduce the debt to some degree. I think that'll be great. Because we're paying so much in interest right now on that debt. We're paying them out through bonds, basically. I believe treasury bonds, in my opinion, are just as diluted as the US dollar itself. I just think it's a mistake to be in treasury bonds. But Tachi's saying, I have a great respect for British people. Watch their protesting, comparing them to France. You can really see the difference in mentality. Heck yeah. Riz says my parents are... Okay. No, I'm a little tired, but I really do enjoy doing these live streams, though. I'm kind of addicted. If anything, I've become more of an addict to doing live streams. I have fun with it, though. Not in a bad way. It's not like it's ruining my life. In fact, if anything, it's enhancing it. Random player. So Riz, I think Riz was saying he was like 18 or older or something. I can't remember, to be honest. Shannon Bay says... Okay. Millen says H-1B visas are given by companies to their employees until now. They need to pay $2,000 yearly to government, which is now increased to $100,000 mainly. Oh, wow. That's wild. Holy smokes, man. I mean, I will say this, though. That means that there's more opportunities, because if it's making it more expensive to get I don't know. Maybe that'll be a good thing for the American people. I don't know what to think about it yet. I really don't know what to think about it just yet, but it'll be. I'm curious to see what the result ends up being, for sure. Biltachi says they are not putting graffiti on the national monuments. They gather around them and sing "Sweet Caroline." Good times never seem so good. Israel or Palestine, neither. Kenny, I'm not a fan of either, to be honest. I'm not a fan of either of those countries. I take none of their sides. In fact, if anything, I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them at war. I think they should avoid each other. I think if there's two countries that have warring ideologies, I think a third party country, like a country needs to act as a third party to be the arbiter, in a sense, and basically tell them, look, you guys need to just back off from each other. Just stay away from each other. And that's it. Because I think some ideologies just don't clash. Some beliefs just don't work together. And I think that's a thing. Let's see. I don't like YouTube. Israel Palestine is sick of. Gosh, let's see. Yep. Neither. Like I said, neither. I'm not a fan of either. Kenny is. I said, dude, Kenny, I don't support. Look, Kenny, I don't support either country. I'm not a fan of either. I think it's okay. Here's the funny thing. Everybody makes it seem like you got to take one side or the other. I take no sides. I'll give you an example. Russia and Ukraine. I think, Russia obviously started it, but honestly, I think both countries are kind of not great countries, if we're going to be honest. I don't want to see them at war. I don't like seeing war at all. I think war needs to stop. But look, I think war should be frowned upon and not encouraged. That's the thing. But I'm not a fan of either of those countries either. I don't like Russia. I don't like the Ukraine. I don't like either. I really don't like either. So that's just my personal opinion. What? Charlie Kirk, baby. Look, I don't comb through a law book, but I'm pretty sure there's quite a few laws that could probably be rid of instantly. And we'd be fine, better for it. Too many laws, too many problems, though. I do believe that there's just too many laws in the books, and I'm sure a lot of them are BS. Mahi says Charlie Kirk, Free Palestine. It's a harder issue in my eyes. Kenny, no politics, pal. We'll take a look at the poll here in just a second, everybody. Oh, my mom's texting me. Hold on, you guys. My mom was texting me. My mama takes priority over you guys. Yeah, my mom's been, I got to admit, doing this show has allowed me a little more free time to be around my mom, which is good. And doing DoorDash has been a big thing, too. So even if I'm not doing the greatest on this show, that's okay. Sorry, you guys. Making sure I have my ringer on just in case. But yeah, doing this show, like I said, if my mom, is going to go, walk Addie and stuff like that, the doggy, then I get to, go down there and hang out with my mom and the dog. It's a cool thing. Let's take a look at the polls. Let's see. Elon Musk is a visionary, 51%. You say visionary. 49% of you guys say chaos agent. Interesting. Well, I'm going to end the poll because it seems to be a 50-50 split across the board. So we'll just end the poll here. Let's see. Yeah, R.I.P. Charlie, man. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely, man. So we're going to kind of go over real quick before I have to eventually end the live streams. We'll probably have to end it in like 15 minutes. But we're going to talk a little bit about Elon, just a little quick. Just some Elon news updates. So, quick roundup, So there's been some robo-taxi backlash in San Francisco, it looks like. So newly surfaced emails show California and federal officials were alarmed and confused. Hold on. Let's see. 1 second. By Musk's summertime post about a San Francisco robo-taxi rollout. Regulators say Tesla hadn't filed the permits that a true driverless service would require. Dude, first off, I will say this. California has permit after permit after permit, and I think that they just make things more impossible. I think most businesses should just stop doing business in California. I think it's just the smartest thing you could do. I know there's a lot of people with money in California, but with all the taxes and fees and all the crap you got to pay, is it worth it? I don't even know. But yeah, anyway, so there's a Tesla rally and bullish calls. So Tesla shares go up 28% this month. A Piper Sandler analyst just bumped the target to $500, citing autonomy/AI and robotics momentum. I think Tesla's going to be huge in the AI space. I think Elon used to be kind of not the biggest fan of AI, but I think he's just kind of warming up to it because I think he's just got to do what he's got to do. I think artificial intelligence is interesting, to say the least. Arizona robo-taxi testing, okay. Tesla won approval to test autonomous taxis. Robo-taxis in Arizona, spanning pilots beyond Texas, California, Nevada. Interesting. So there's the Neuralink trial update. So Neuralink aims to start a trial in October to help people with speech impairments, translates thoughts to text per company leadership. Interesting. SpaceX is gearing up for the next Starship flight. SpaceX rolled the next Starship to the pad ahead of the program's 11th test flight. Interesting. Another thing is a big high-profile moment with Trump. Musk and President Trump were seen shaking hands at Charlie Kirk's memorial, drawing a wave of coverage and online reaction. That's huge. And, I don't think there's any lingering bad blood between the two. I think they do both have a mutual respect for each other, Trump and And Elon, sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, random player. I'm sorry to hear that. So Tom G is saying, I doubt you're a real person based on your barely coherent responses. What do you mean by that? Like, I think I'm giving pretty decent responses. Maybe not perfect, but, you know. You know, there's some questions I just don't have the answers to. And I'm not going to try to answer them because I don't always have a take on everything. I got a take on a few things for sure, but sometimes I just don't have a real take on anything. On the surface, I may think something is stupid or something is smart. Sometimes you have to go with your gut reaction. It's not perfect. Having a take is not always a perfect. It's not always a perfect art or science. You know. It's fun though. Oh, Tom G was talking about. Okay, the troll in my chat. Okay, my bad. I think if you were talking about me, that's fine. I do. Even if you were talking about me, I do appreciate critique. Because some people, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I appreciate it. Yeah, there's a lot of people trolling in the chat for sure. Like Mahi, dude, this is straight up. Mahi is just talking about free Palestine. Do you know? Beltacci says, I just think people saying both free Palestine and freedom. Yeah, here's the thing. I think that Palestine, I'm not a fan of either, by the way. Jerusalem or Palestine, I'm just not. I don't have much of a take on those. I want no more war. That's what I want. I don't want these countries fighting each other. I would rather these countries just be nice to the best of their ability to each other, hopefully. I don't know if it's possible, but we'll see. Cosmo, I am not showing my hog. Yeah, Mahi is just out of control, bro. Out of control. So, I think I ended the poll earlier. Let's see. Poll was ended, yep. All right, Tom G, get back to it, partner. It's funny. I mean, I'm lucky, man. I feel very lucky. I don't have any managers anymore. My main focus is the show, for sure. My main focus is doing other things like, you know, DoorDash, and I'm still looking for work. Obviously, I'm being smart about it. You know, if good work comes to me, okay, good. I'm in the inquiring stages right now. Inquiring. What the hell? So I signed up for Proxy Picks. I'm gonna maybe take advantage of that. And by the way, I'm trying not to ignore the chat, everybody. I'm sorry, just very making sure I'm, messaging my girl and then also messaging my mom. Dude, I cut my own hair, dude. I cut my own hair. I used this device right here. I don't know if you guys can see. Hold on. It's fully charged. We're good. I use this device right here to cut my hair. It's called Jack and Rose, by the way. It's like also there's a little vacuum attachment that comes with it. Super dope. It's basically like an off-brand Flowbee, but check this out. Like the other part of it is actually is oiled up in a Ziploc bag, but it's pretty dope, man. Gotta get all lubed up, man. Oh, I just lubed myself up. Hold on. Come on. Mag mode. I also gotta wipe down this keyboard real quick. It's all grimy and nasty on this keyboard. Yeah. You know what I mean. You know why he did it. Too close to outwit it and get it. So it was his blood. Went down with a thug. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. I'm trying not to ignore the chat, by the way. I'm doing my best, okay? But yeah, no, Elon Musk, like I said, he's a bit of an enigma. I think some people, like I said, some people think he's a chaos agent. I kind of take the latter on it. I honestly think he means well, but I do think he goes a little too extreme sometimes. You know what I mean? That's my belief on Mr. Elon, for sure. Riz, I do think Mahi is a bot for sure. But I'm not gonna look. I'm not discriminatory on the chat. I really don't like to discriminate on the chat. If somebody wants to put out their propaganda, that's okay. We're just gonna see that propaganda as annoying at the end of the day. So really, they're doing more of a disservice to the propaganda they're trying to promote by being annoying about it. So Mahi is actually doing a disservice to Mahi's self. So me letting the chat just go, I love having the chat as the Wild Wild West, by the way. Makes it more fun, makes it more crazy. Well, that's up to you, man. That's the thing. Anybody can really block somebody. If you want to block somebody on your personal level, if you think they're being spammy, you could do that for yourself, sure. I just don't want, if people want to hear Mahi spam, then they'll let Mahi go. You can always block if somebody you think is annoying on here. Let's see. Riz says, shut it, let him talk. Cool. All right. But overall, man, I will say that I want to thank everybody on this show. Just everybody who has been very supportive of the show, supportive of the efforts that I've been trying to make. I think you guys can obviously tell that I'm trying my best to make this show as fun and welcoming as possible. I really do want to make this show welcoming to people. I may have a different ideology. I may get a little bit mad. I try not to get mad. But, yeah. Let's see. Beltacci said he's just saying what the television is telling. I think maybe that's what Mahi is doing. What are you saying, dude? Speaking like another language, brother. Mahi is speaking a totally different language. Tyler Vandell. That's a name I haven't heard and a face I haven't seen before. You're saying there is one party that is afraid of words, and really, which is it? I think that it would, me personally, my opinion is the left. I do believe the left is afraid of real dialogue, and they've been proving it more and more lately. That's my personal opinion. Much not just guess, but see. I'm not going to say which party is the least violent, but I think we're all aware of who's been the least violent. Great chat, by the way, Tyler. I appreciate that, brother. Riz says, kiss me, baby. I'm actually oh, God. Riz, come on. Calm down, brother. Calm down, man. You, no LGTV. Riz says, I don't discriminate. I'm just saying. It's okay. Hey, Riz, maybe you swing both ways. Maybe you swing one way. I appreciate it. You do you, brother. You do you, man. I think you's a pimp. You's a pimp no matter what you do. Mahi says, Riz. Oh, jeez. Calm down. Random Players' opinions on Tyler's chat says, Democrats, Tyler, what do I win? Cool. Riz says, I'm a different gender myself, and what's a LG TV? I think it's an LG television. 5090 GPU. Heck yeah. Get it, Random Player, get it. I'm not going to answer that question. Mahi, come on, brother. Do better. Be better. Okay? Do better. Be better. All right? Holy smokes, man. By the way, the chat's gone off the rails. I've lost the plot. I've lost the control. Tyler is a wife. Tyler Vandal. Let's see. Batachi says that's where his thoughts come from. LGTVs. Charlie Kirk. Yeah. I don't lie, though. 3%. Oh, 3% left on the... Okay. You got to charge your phone a little bit to a higher battery. I limit mine to 80% for my battery. Random Player says, bruh, you are muting and unmuting yourself. I'll leave and come back to see if it is my end. By the way, it looks like, based on what I see, that I don't see anything wrong with... Hold on, let me see if I'm gonna watch myself on the live stream real quick. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Supposedly there's audio issues, but we'll see. Audio issues. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. We'll take a look though. Testing. 1, testing 2. Maybe my microphone's finally dying. Let me see. Testing 3. Issues, but we'll see. Audio issues. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. We'll take a look though. Testing. 1, testing 2. Maybe my microphone's finally dying. Let me see. Testing 3. Issues, but we'll see. Audio issues. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. We'll take a look though. Testing. 1, testing 2. Okay. Yeah, it sounds like it's all working. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, it shows on the audio board that it's working. I heard it on the... It could be you, man. It could be your speaker. It could be something. Yeah, I have no idea. Christian says, new haircut, OMG. Yeah, just like Chad Kroger said, dude. I'll even cut my hair and change my name. What even is that? Says Riz. Dude, Mahi might be the spam king. Riz says my mic is okay. Yeah, I just heard it too. It sounds good to me. Random Player, I think he just... I don't know. There must be something wrong. Yeah, I just tested it out. I even listened to it on my smartphone, and everything sounds good to me. Yeah, so I think you just need to restart YouTube or just restart your device in general, random player. What up, Silly Jinx, dude? I think this is the first time I've ever seen this. Seems like a new person. Silly Jinx, welcome to the show. Appreciate you. Want to highlight you. Don't forget to subscribe. But if you got anything you want to say, you could put it in a regular chat, super chat, whatever you want to do, bud. Jeez, man. Mahi, you're a stud, dude. Hey, good job, random player. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, G. She and he's fancy. LL Baltachi. Riz is asking, am I spamming? Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. Just don't know what to say. Crazy. Insane.
Damn, you're very sexy.
Oh, Silly Jinx just subscribed. Thank you for the subscription, by the way. The more subscribers we get, the more simp-scribers we get, the better. We're trying to be simps. But at the end of the day, we also do want to be pimps. So we try our best to regulate that world to the best of our ability, to be that world, to be simps. To be a simp or to be a pimp, I guess, is the question. And it's tough, man. It's a tough choice. I want to be a pimp, but sometimes I got to be a simp. And I think navigating the tricky waters of simpatry and pimpatry is a tough one, man. Riz says, I got tricked. Yo, Garza, help me out. What'd you do, dude? How'd you get tricked? Jill Valentine's dump truck has this. F this. Timu Samwise Gountry rest. Oh, dude. Riz says, be a pimp, I guess. But yeah, sometimes you can't always be a pimp 100% of the time. Sometimes you got to be a simp, you know? JVVR says, howdy Garza. What's this live about? Honestly, it's all over the place. That's the truth. But we're just kind of winging it. We're having a good time. Silly Jinx says, I'm a new YouTuber. Well, hey, how can we help? By the way, make sure you guys subscribe to Silly Jinx. Silly Jinx is new to YouTube, I guess, a YouTuber. So make sure you guys subscribe or simpscribe, whichever works. But subscribe to help Silly Jinx grow his or her channel. I don't know what you identify as, whatever. But yeah, let's give a round of applause for Silly Jinx. Let's try to get Silly Jinx a little bit of love on there. Mahi said, don't be a spammer. Okay. Can you teach me how to live stream? I mean, I could do my best. I don't think I'm that great of a live streamer, to be honest. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I really do. But no, I don't think I'm like super duper good at this. I think I'm decent. I want to be the best, for sure. I always do strive for the best. Looking for at least 29 subs. Make sure you guys give Silly Jinx your subscription, please. Go on, look at Silly Jinx's channel, subscribe, and yeah, just like Random Player said. Random Player says OBS is all you need. So Yeah, the best way to do live videos is through OBS. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm using Streamlabs OBS. In fact, I could, by all technicality, show you. Do you at least do you have a laptop or a desktop computer? At least that's decent at processing video and stuff. Riz says you could be the best. Hell yeah. Thank you, brother. That is the name of the game, man. I'm always up in the subscriber count trying to talk about... Mainly, I've been really on a kick of talking about controversial figures because, honestly, I love talking about controversial figures. I love talking about people who are doing larger-than-life stuff. Elon Musk is a part of that conversation. Like, love him or hate him, he is part of that conversation. Straight up. Pixie? Who's Pixie? What the hell? Oh, silly jinx, man. People like to spam this channel. I got to admit, it does tend to happen, but hey, everybody, make sure you guys subscribe to Silly Jinx, new to YouTube. We got to make sure that we're really trying to get more people to Silly Jinx's channel. So check out Silly Jinx, subscribe. Silly Jinx is trying to get 29 new subscribers. Let's try to give Silly Jinx the Garza bump. Mainly, the Garza bump is you guys kicking butt and helping out. So I appreciate it. Mr. X says, what's your educational opinion? I don't know. I think if you're talking about education, I think that college is a waste of time unless you're getting into a profession that matters, like becoming a doctor or a lawyer. I mean, I do enjoy talking about government sometimes. I do think that when government's too big, it's just too much of a hassle. I really believe that. So, it's my belief. For sure. Yeah, Mahi's going cray-cray, man. By the way, the more likes we have, the more simp. I call them the simp scribers. So if you guys can like and subscribe, it really does help the channel out quite a bit. Helps expand the reach of the show. We're always trying to expand the reach of this show to every degree, to every angle, and also, if you guys can, it does help the channel with a super chat. We appreciate all super chats, big time. But we're really trying to, like I said, expand our reach to as far out as we can really go. Speaking of the government, are you aware of the congressional hearings about the UAP phenomenon? I'm not sure. Stormy River, thank you. By the way, thank you for that super chat last night. Honestly, that was the kindest thing. And I mean this when I say that. The kindest thing that anybody's done on this channel. I mean, people have done a lot of kind stuff. But that was crazy. Like, I did not see that one coming. So the $100 super chat yesterday. Can we give a shout out to Stormy River? And also make sure you guys subscribe to Stormy. All right? Anybody here watching, please subscribe to Stormy. Your $100 super chat was a big deal to me, man. Anybody who even gives me a super chat at all, I think it's a big deal. But $100, man, I've never had that level of generosity, man. Was just cool. It was surprising, but in a good way. So thank you again for that. Nobody, by the way, nobody is ever required to give a super chat. I will say that. One thing that does keep this show going, by the way, is if you do become a channel member. That actually helps this show grow in more ways than you could ever imagine. So, in fact, give me a few moments. Let me paste something in the chat real quick. Oh, no, nobody's required to donate, by the way. Nobody's required to super chat, even though we appreciate the super chats. Again, begging. Good job, River. Yeah. Random player wants Stormy's babies. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, good. Thank you again. Like, seriously, shout out from yesterday. It meant a lot, is really what I'm getting at, and I can't thank you enough. I mean, like, it just was more than expected. It caught me off guard, man. It caught me off guard in a good way. It's just wild to me, though. Crazy. But yeah, nobody is ever required to. But Stormy River changed the game last night. Straight up shocking. So make sure you guys subscribe to Stormy River, please, for the love of God. Do that. Subscribe to Stormy River, you guys. Stormy says, I honestly forgot about that. Hey, I didn't. I did not. That's going to be with me for a long time, man. That level of generosity inspired me. And it was nice. It was the nicest thing anybody's done for me in a long time. And best thing I want to do, like I said, one of the reasons I do this show is not just to get super chats. I obviously it helps the channel keep going, but the main goal is to give you guys my knowledge and experience about investing, or my hot takes on things. Now, obviously, this one is a hot take about Elon Musk. We went over a couple things about Elon, how he's trending in the news. My man's always trending, though. The smart thing about Elon is he made himself a walking advertisement for Tesla and SpaceX. And him owning Twitter actually changes the game quite a bit, too, if you think about it. So Riz is saying, oh God, I'm going to read this anyway because Riz, you've been very active in the chat, so I'm going to read this, but reluctantly. You can have my grandchildren, Garza, but I might not have a grandchild. I might be having kids. I have three sickness. This thing called TB where you... Oh, okay. Got it. Interesting. Thank you, Silly Jinx, for subscribing to Stormy River. But yeah, give this person, like I said, a big shout out. Last night, Stormy River gave me a $100 super chat. It blew my mind. It's a big deal to me. A big deal to me. So I appreciate it. But let's read some more comments, though. So I'm Batman said, what are your thoughts on Charlie Kirk's death? I think it was a terrible thing that happened. And it made me sick to my stomach when it happened, if I'm going to be honest. I was sick to my stomach. I ended up seeing the video, and I was even more mortified seeing it. I think what's worse... I think what made me even more sick was the fact that his wife and kids were in the stand. I still think that's effing awful. How screwed up is that? I think shooting somebody like that is cowardice because of their beliefs. I'm sorry, people should be able to believe whatever they want without getting shot. Or without even the risk. People should not be this crazy. The fact that people are this crazy to think this is a good thing, what happened to him, you're sick in the head. All right? I just think there's no hope for you if you think this is good. Jesus. Okay. Damn it. The trolls... The trolls, by the way, White Girl Magic is trolling hard. Silly Jinx says chill. Riz says I'm happy to meet you. Happy to meet you too, Riz. It's awesome to have you on the channel. I appreciate you, Silly Jinx. Riz, I appreciate you all, by the way. Rizzy gotta chill. Chill, yeah. Let's see. Flounder Pounder 5000 says, that's nice. Your mom gave you some money. Yeah, Riz, happy for what? Let's see. Spider-Man, I can't do much, but you seem very nice. Thank you. Yep, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I appreciate everybody who's subscribed too. You know, really at the end of the day, I mean, even if you can't give a super chat, even just the act of subscribing to the channel means a lot to me. It means more than you realize. So the fact that anybody would give me a subscription, you know, they don't even have to buy a membership. That just even hitting the subscribe button does a lot for this channel. And the more the channel grows, the more it could be seen by a ton of people. My goal is to get more eyeballs on the channel. So Christian says, I think you are sick to your stomach from overeating. Probably. I do eat a lot. I try not to eat too much. I'm a big boy. I'm trying to go on a bit of a diet. So, okay. White Girl Magic says... Well, hold on, what's that name? Oh, my dick is little. Okay, so hold on, how do you say that name? Is it foreign? It seems like a foreign name. My dick is little. Okay, wants to send super chats to you. Thank you, my dick is little. I appreciate it. I appreciate that big time. Thank you, White Girl Magic, for letting me know about my dick is little. I graciously appreciate super chats from somebody with that name. Thank you, Riz. I appreciate the shout out. Reminded me of the vegan teacher. What? Right? Okay. So random players giving me a warning about White Girl Magic. Saying, careful, white girl magic will poop in your bed. Ooh, that's okay. Riz says Garza the last chairbender. I like that one. That's fucking funny. So Christian's asking, did you get a haircut with the super chat money? I cut my hair on my own. I use this. You guys are gonna have probably some trouble seeing it, but I use this right here. Whoop. So I have it's a portable like vac. It's like a Flowbee, but it's like a knockoff Flowbee. So if you get bored, look up Flowbee. But yeah, it's a knockoff Flowbee. It's like a vacuum haircutting thing. Really cool system. Really enjoy it. Really sexy. But anyway. I'm not going to read what White Girl Magic is saying, all right? But also, Silly Jinx is saying, please ground the vegan teacher for forcing people to be vegan. Okay. I don't know what to do there. Everybody's talking about my 1-incher. 125 EXP, yeah, you'll see Riz, heck yeah. Well, I appreciate you all, man. The Flowbee, dude, yes, the Flowbee, Christian. The Flowbee is the greatest haircutting tool ever. Now, I got a knockoff Flowbee, so it's not legit by any means, but it's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Hey, Riz, get your sleep, brother. Get your sleep, man. Why do you say that, brother? So I don't have any eyebrows. I mean, I got some. They're really light, though. Like, look how light my eyebrows are. Like, I really don't have much for eyebrows overall. That's the crazy part about it, man. No, Mahi, I did not use that trimmer. Well, I appreciate everybody in the chat. I'm not going to end anything real quick, but I'm going to make sure you guys subscribe and join. Just give me a few more moments. I'm going to get myself something to eat. So if anybody wants to donate any super chats, they certainly can during the intermission. Just going to grab a bite to eat. One moment. All right. Now this This is an apple cinnamon Nutri-Grain bar. Really good, by the way. Pretty tasty stuff, you guys. It's juicy goodness. See, I like the strong flavor. That's exactly what I'm about when it comes to the Nutri-Grain bars. I love that strong flavor. Harry says I look like Jimmy Michelson from GTA 5. Okay. A lot of questions. I'm not going to answer majority of those just because I'm too tired right now. Okay, that's a good one. Dennis says, I used to have a job at the calendar factory, but I got fired because I took a couple of days off. I like that one. It's very sexy. It's a little tacky, but I like it. Oh, good Lord, man. Let's see. No, I got past. Why am I scared of random guy? Jolly. Oh, no. Mahi wants to bang Riz. I guess I'm a matchmaker. I'm matchmaking people. Mahi, Europe. Hate you. How you have... No. Well, I think it's because Mahi has been spamming. Random says, see passed by Anonymous. Hi. Hello, Nix. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to this live show. This is the greatest show on live streaming, on vertical lives on YouTube. We have taken over the vertical live space to the best of our ability. Ricardo Maldonado says, hi, just popping in. You do a kickflip. I don't skateboard. 150 EXP. Are you spreading hate, Riz? At least I'm still in second place. I'm a little sad that Mahi's listed as the number one fan when all Mahi has been doing is spamming. Silly Jinx says, I'm still here. My sister was attacking her. Okay, that's not good. Mahi says, Riz, keep spamming. You'll get to the number one. Need spam too. Seems like everybody's spamming here. Fanboy Wally says, hi, I'm new here. Well, welcome, Fanboy Wally. Make sure you give a subscribe. We really appreciate it. And also make sure you guys subscribe to Fanboy Willie. He's new here. So check him out, man. All right. Well, Silly Jinx, you do your thing, man. G-Son says, hi. Accident left. Well, look, I would appreciate a $10 super chat, random player, but here's the thing. I don't want to remove anybody from their top fan spots. I just don't do that. It's not the way I do it. I won't stoop that low for super chats. I'll stoop low for super chats usually, but I won't censor people for super chats. Hell no. Mahi, you have been the king of spam. Riz, I thought my EXP will be get reset. Dude, I don't know. No, random player, look, if you want to give a super chat of any amount out of the goodness of your heart, actually, you know what? By the way, random player, did you know that in general, super chats would put you to number 1? Nobody super chatted yet. So if you were to super chat now, that would put you, it should in theory put you at number 1, no matter what amount you gave. So I wouldn't have to knock anybody down. Honestly, you giving a super chat, no matter what amount, even $10 and $20, in theory, should put you to number 1. So, random player, if you give a super chat, that should knock you up by default. Bobby said, hi, hello, Bobby. I think you're a new face to the channel. What up? Go free to play, dude. What is the stream about? Let me give you a chance. Let me give you a chance to gain 150. 1%. Oh no, dude, Riz is losing battery. Shit. No, wait, no. I'm not spamming though, am I? No, you're good. Silly Jinx, you're fine. It's Mahi that's spammer. Regards from the UK. What up, Aiden from the UK? My man, what a G-dog. No, don't accept it. No, if somebody gives a super chat, I mean, that should by default put them in the number 1 status. So it would knock Riz down to the number 3rd. So it is one of those things, if you really want to get high up. There we go. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate the super chat. I don't know if that's going to... Well, I don't know. I think there's a certain amount that you have to give to put you over the top. But honestly, if you keep chatting random player, I think it does help to some degree. I do appreciate the 99-cent super chat donation, though. Let's just give a round of applause for the super chat. Like I said, I didn't guarantee that that's what it would do, but in my experience, that usually what happens is if you donate a certain amount, I don't know what that amount is, by the way, but let me see what the top fans, that might have pushed you up a bit, though. You're like right behind, what's his nuts, Riz, and then Mahi. All I know is, in my experience, if people give more, I mean, I think 99 cents isn't enough to really do anything. As much as I hate to say it, I don't know how it works. All I'm making are assumptions, not facts. But I do appreciate the super chat, though. So give a round of applause for Random Player. Make sure you guys subscribe to Random Player's channel. And yeah, that matters a lot. Big time win there. What does it say on there? Does it say 99 cents? I appreciate that. So we got 99 cents out of the deal. I'll take that any day of the week. But we got a lot of subscribers from this particular one. But I will say, the rankings, last time I checked, if people do actually send, like, I don't know if a $5 one makes a difference. It might. It might not. But it will get you recognition on this channel big time, and we really appreciate it. So any super chats we get, obviously we thank and we treasure big time. Also, you becoming a channel member would help. Our channel membership, by the way, is 99 cents a month. Very low to become a member. So subscribe and join as a member today. I think it'll be really good. It's good for you, good for the show. We talk about investing a lot, so you're getting, honestly, in my opinion, an education about diversification. And look, at diversification matters in your portfolio. And I appreciate this, the shout out to Sub. Thank you, Silly Jinx. I really appreciate it. Slow clap. I'm always number 3. Like I said, last time I checked, you can get to the number one status potentially by giving higher super chats. I believe that's how the ranking works. So you get the good EXP. I want to say, like, last time I remember seeing somebody give like a $5 or a $10 one or something, and it pushed him up. Like, it legit pushed him up through the rankings, through however the YouTube rankings work for the fan stuff. Christian says Canadian 99 cents is after YouTube's cut, taxes, and inflation is 10 cents American. Probably it's a low amount. Yeah, I know. It's still cool, though. I mean, I appreciate it. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I appreciate anybody giving this channel a super chat, by the way. Whether it's 99 cents, whether it's $2, whether it's $5, I appreciate it big time. I really do. Who is Noah? 2%, my man, dude. But yeah, so I mean, honestly, one of the best ways you could jump rank on the leaderboard, if you guys really want to be top fans, is a super chat. Like, legitimately, a big number, like a $5 or a $10 one. I'm not going to guarantee that's how it works. $1, it's like 100 in the Philippines. Damn. Dollar must go a long way in the Philippines, man. That's crazy. Crazy stuff, man. I'm not going to read that chat. Oh, Riz, you might be able to take the number one spot unless, what's her name? Unless Random Player somehow finds a way to take it by giving a pretty massive super chat. I think that's how it works. Super chats will help you retain your spot. I mean, that's the truth. It's just the way the system works. Oh, that's right. Your name is Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie. Well, honestly, any amount of super chats is great. I think it could, I don't know if it'll affect, but he's AFK. I don't know what that means. My vids ain't popular, but can you possibly comment on one? Yeah, why not? Let me see here. I like to help people out, so Silly Jinx will comment. Let me see if I can. How about this? I'll subscribe to your channel. How does that sound? All right, you guys, I just subscribed to Silly Jinx. Make sure that you guys give a subscription to Silly Jinx, trying to increase that channel, drop that channel up there, man. Nice to meet you, Salvatore. I appreciate you, brother. By the way, anybody, if you guys really do want to cut the ranks and go further to the top fans portion of it, in any stream, usually it's just you drop a super chat and that'll put you higher up. Typically, it's usually how it works. But yeah, I mean, we were talking about Elon earlier, and one of the things, like I said, I like about Elon is that he is not afraid to test the waters, to test the boundaries. He's been one of those guys through and through, and I think that's one of the reasons I appreciate him. I appreciate controversial figures, by the way. Controversial people need to be seen in a good light. I think if you're making people angry, by being truthful, I think you're doing a good job. I really do. If people get that angry at you for speaking your truth, it's not you who is the problem. It ultimately ends up being them. So, but yeah, thank you for the super chat, though. I really appreciate it big time. Stephanie, I appreciate that one big time. Thank you. Well, let's see. I don't know. Let's see what the top fan pick says. Yeah, it looks like you're still trailing behind by 25 experience points. Interesting. I don't really care that much about it, though. But hey, random player, you're in the top 3, though. That matters. There's been a lot of people in and out of the chat. I mean, it's tough to say why that happens, Riz. It really is. Possibly. I could see that. What's your question, Riz? Name your question, man. What is your question? Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. More subscribers, the better. We need the subs, and we need the rubs. AK says, hi, what up, AK? How you doing, brother? But what's your question, Riz? What do you got, man? Riz is asking, is it the longer I stay in chat, the more progress I get, or do I just need to... So I have no clue. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, man, I have zero clue how this works. Like, I just don't. It's okay, dude. Autocorrect does not ruin anybody's life. I was able to interpret what you were saying, but no clue. At the end of the day, zero clue on how it works. I don't know if... I know super chats, after a certain quantity, if like you give $5 worth of super chats or $10, I believe that affects the experience and puts you in the top upper echelon and gives you the experience points needed. I know it does affect a lot of things. Super chats are definitely a huge priority and can get people way more experience on here. That's what it shows, at least some of the data points that I've been able to analyze. Thankfully, right? I mean, you guys are like battling. You guys are battling to be the number one. I got fanboys, I got fangirls, I appreciate the fandom. I appreciate it. This show is really just meant to speak about controversial figures and a lot of controversial ideas in finance. For instance, I don't like Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's a bad idea. I think it's phony, baloney, dildo money, and I think people should avoid it. AI needs to stop. No, shut it down. You need to pasta me, paste. Spamming. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Silly Jinx says the more you comment, the more experience you have on the channel. Yep. No, I won't sleep. I'm going to stay up all... Dude, I appreciate the interactions, though, in the chat, though. It really does help the channel grow. More likes, more interactions, more subscribers. It's greatly appreciated, you guys. You guys are incredible. I just got to say that. Everybody's been super kind on here. Or not everybody. Some people. Most people have. The people who have stayed long term, like Riz and Random Player and Mahi, which is spamming, by the way. Mahi, I think, is undeservedly at number 1. Riz, in my opinion, should be number 2. Random player could sneak to number 1, given like a certain amount of super chats. I believe that's how it works. I don't actually have control over this to the best of my knowledge. Random player says you could sleep at school tomorrow. Riz says no. I suck. I can't go to school. Okay. Interesting. Mahi is AFK. Okay. Interesting. I'm trying to figure out some of these acronyms, by the way. And you'll have to forgive me, I'm a little bit of an old fart. Random player wants to be number one. Now, it depends on how much I'm streaming today. I'm going to take some breaks here and there between streaming. So what do you guys think about Tesla, though? Do you guys think Tesla stock is maybe quite a bit overvalued, or do you think it's going to be one of the greatest companies? I think it's honestly been really pumped up. But then again, you never know. With AI on Tesla's side, anything's possible, man. Oh, jeez. Why do you want me to port it, G-Dog? What up? What up? Was it kind? It's all good, man. Hey, autocorrect does whatever it does, man. But it looks like the top fan position is... Well, here's the thing. We don't... Random player, we don't do moderators. We don't have moderators on this channel. The reason we don't is... the reason we don't allow moderators on this show is mainly because, one, we don't think it's really necessary. We don't really monitor the chat that much for any bad people, because if they want to be bad, usually the YouTube AI takes them out, typically. And also, I just kind of trust that people will report bad chatters and stuff. So my main focus is just doing the show. Yeah, I still don't have any mods. I have a no mod policy. I could change that in the future, you know, as Justin Bieber would say never. Riz says pew, and thankfully, and then Silly Jinx says AFK means you are apart from electronic. Okay. Let's see. Listen, buddy, I have information for you. Dustin, what information do you have that I could possibly even want? Tim Smith says there was a trouble on Caleb Hammer today. Triple the drama, triple the debt. Dude, I'm not going to react to it now because my mom and Addie the dog we're going to be walking around Mingus here in a bit. I'm just kind of waiting on them at this point, so I decided just to keep the stream going until they get here. Yeah, I'm still doing stock nonsense, man. I love talking about stocks. Let's see. Riz said, yeah, I'm number one finally. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, dude, Riz is number one? Oh. It looks like Mahi is dropping off the leaderboard. So Riz has 200 experience points, whereas, okay. I can't believe people are fighting over this leadership board right now. This is crazy. Got to number one, man. Hold on tightly. I will say, though, like I said, the one thing that can knock off Riz, if anybody's interested in knocking off Riz off the number one board, I mean, truth be told, the best thing you could do is post a super chat of a decent amount. Like, I think $5 might even be enough, $10 maybe. I don't know what the proper amount would be, but it is possible to use super chats to dethrone somebody in the top fan section, just as a heads up. Sorry, I meant throuple. That's funny, man. There was a throuple. Okay, it took me a sec. There was a throuple. I don't know why. I had like pure dyslexia on this one. I read trouble. I don't know why. I don't know. I've been reading too much of the chat, and it's totally my vision is blurry. Vision is blurry from all these people. Yeah, dude, still winning. What else we got here in the chat, dude? Riz is number one, dude. The Rizzler, first place. Worked hard. Israel is okay. Yeah, actually, yeah, spread the unity. I agree with that. It's awesome. Throuple, I love it. Jamal. Riz is the smells the crown smoothly. Riz is the number one.
Laugh out loud.
Oh, with a super chat of $2.79, random player just took over the leaderboard. It's basically becoming a war of who puts out the super chats. Whoa, 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 whoa. Crazy. Crazy. Random player 717 is also known as Stephanie, is now number one. Holy smokes. What have we done? Good game. Good game, man. Thank you for the super chat, Random Player, also known as Stephanie. Make sure you guys subscribe to Random Player's YouTube channel. Random Player 717 appears to be the alias, but it's okay, man. Sometimes people... That's the thing about this number one, number two, number three system. I mean, if YouTube allows it, they allow it, man. Dustin, I don't really care. For you, my sister's... Random Player took the throne, dude. Thank you for the super chat, Random Player. I appreciate it big time. And hey, by the way, I think one thing that shoots the experience up is more super chats. So if anybody wants to knock Random Player off of the throne, that's a possibility. Random Player could easily be knocked off the throne with a high enough super chat to become the number one fan. So who wants to become the number one fan? I'm Chris Hansen, Dateline NBC. Riz says, I will see you begging for mercy. GJ random dude. Hell yeah, Mahi is back. Mahi. I have never been to the Bukkake before. I don't want to even talk about it. That's gross. Yikes. I know what that is. Good luck, Random Player. But Random Player, if you want to have a firm lead, I mean, you could still stack more experience by pumping out the super chats. The Yapper is back. Yes, Mahi has returned to the chat. This is like Battle Royale, dude. This is like a chat room war. People are going crazy. Free Angel says, number one fan will be the one to send you Bitcoin. Nah. Bitcoin is lame. I love betting against Bitcoin, though. Actually, let's see what the Bitcoin markets are looking like, all things considered. As we all know that we say on this channel always, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is ClickCoin. It could be going up today. It could be going down. Do I think it deserves to go down? Absolutely. Well, S-Bit's looking sexy. Bitcoin is definitely on the downturn, though. It's good. I think it's good for Bitcoin to be on the downturn because Bitcoin is a straight-up Ponzi scheme. What do you guys think about that? No, please. Born in California, living in North Carolina. Grr. Let's see. Come back. Where is fake? Christian says, where is fake Garza? Well, there's a lot of them out there. A lot of them out there. Riz says, I don't have money. Can't you just sleep? Oh, man. Incoming Rafflecopter says hello again. Welcome back to the show, brother. It's good to see you again. Riz says he just needs 60 more points. No one can stop the fallen. Hey, man, you can't. Sometimes you come in second, man. It's okay. Honestly, you did the best you could. And random player basically paid off the refs. That's what it looks like. And by refs, I mean YouTube. It's very interesting, though, man. I mean, I'm always investing, man. Well, I would prefer that you don't spam, but do what you feel you got to do, brother. I mean, you should always be investing. That's my motto. You should always have a diversified portfolio, always be investing, spread out your risk is the big deal. I own a bunch of hold on. I gonna end the stream, everybody, but I want to thank you all for my mom's here, so we're gonna go take a walk. So I want to thank you all and just have an incredible rest of the day. We'll see you guys in the next episode.